Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news, all right. Folks, buckle up, because what I'm about to tell you could be a game changer for the Green Bay Packers and the entire NFC North. Rumor has it that the Packers are deep in negotiations to acquire veteran defensive end Calais Campbell from the Arizona Cardinals, and the buzz is that a deal might be imminent. The details are still unofficial, but sources close to the league suggest that the Packers are willing to trade a first-round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft to bring Campbell to Lambeau. If this trade goes through, it could be a masterstroke that bolsters Green Bay's defense for years to come, giving the team a veteran presence that's desperately needed to push for a deep playoff run and perhaps another shot at the Super Bowl. Now, before I get into the specifics, let me set the scene. The Arizona Cardinals, after a tough 2025 season ending with a 4-13 record, are in full rebuild mode. They've struggled on offense, especially along the offensive line, which has allowed a whopping 38 sacks this season, and their defense, while talented, couldn't keep up with the best offenses in the league. Arizona is now prioritizing cap space, freeing up around $8 million by releasing players and restructuring contracts, all while looking to rebuild and retool around their young quarterback Kyler Murray. The idea is clear. They're shedding veterans and focusing on future assets, including draft picks, to lay a new foundation. Meanwhile, the Packers, sitting comfortably at 11-6 and reigning as NFC North champions, are looking to maintain their dominance and make another serious playoff push. But the defense has been a bit of a concern, especially in high-pressure playoff games. They've been giving up around 24 points per game in the postseason, which isn't terrible but could be better, especially against top-tier offenses. Green Bay needs an interior veteran who can bring leadership, stability, and a disruptive presence on the line, and that's where Campbell enters the picture. Calais Campbell, at 39 years young, is truly a legend on the field. Known affectionately as the Eternal Giant, Campbell has been a dominant force on the defensive front for over a decade. His combination of size, technique, and football IQ makes him one of those rare players who can impact games even at this stage of his career. In 2025, he posted impressive numbers: 5 sacks, which puts him in the top 20 among defensive linemen, along with 32 solo tackles, 45 total tackles, 3 forced fumbles, and a PFF grade of 88.9. That's elite production, especially considering he's playing at nearly 40 years old. His experience, leadership, and relentless motor are exactly what the Packers need to bolster their interior defensive line. Looking at his career stats, Campbell has accumulated over 105 sacks with 602 solo tackles, 17 interceptions, and over 200 yards after the catch since 2020 alone. He's been remarkably durable, avoiding serious injuries during 2025 with only some fatigue in the final stretches of the season. His EPA per pressure is plus 0.18, and he's recorded 12 tackles for loss, placing him in the top 10 in that category. Against current NFL defensive linemen, he's shown a plus 1.8 win rate in run stops, which is crucial for a team like Green Bay that's looking to shut down the run game and make teams one-dimensional. What makes Campbell such an enticing target for the Packers is his potential to significantly disrupt opposing offenses. His presence on the line could lead to an increase of around 10 more sacks for Green Bay's defense, elevating their overall ranking from the middle of the pack to potentially top 3 in the league. His ability to collapse the pocket, combined with the talents of Rashan Gary and rookie Van Ness, could create a nightmare scenario for opposing quarterbacks. Think of Campbell as the anchor of a revitalized front that can control the line of scrimmage and turn games into defensive battles favoring the Packers. The strategic reasoning behind this move is clear. The Cardinals are willing to part with Campbell, acknowledging that they need to shed cap and acquire draft capital to rebuild. Campbell's $10 million cap hit might seem steep, but for a team like the Packers, with around $15 million in cap space, adding a veteran like him is a no-brainer. He would serve as a mentor to the younger defensive linemen, helping develop their technique and football IQ. Plus, his ability to stuff the run, allowing just 120 rushing yards per game, would also be a huge boon for Green Bay's run defense, which has struggled at times this season. Furthermore, Campbell's addition could be a catalyst for a significant leap in the Packers' overall defensive metrics. Projections indicate that with Campbell, Green Bay could see their total sacks jump by 10, their run-stop rate improve by 15%, and turnovers increase by 5. His presence would also force offenses to double-time him, freeing up teammates like Gary and Van Ness to make more plays. Think about how this could elevate the entire defense, transforming Green Bay from a decent unit into a formidable, top-tier defense capable of shutting down even the best offenses in the league. And let's not forget the playoff implications. With Campbell in the fold, the Packers' chances of making a deep run in the postseason skyrocket. His ability to pressure the quarterback and disrupt passing lanes would be critical in tight games. Plus, his veteran leadership, akin to what Ndamukong Suh brought to the Buccaneers in 2020, would inspire confidence in the locker room. It's no secret that in the postseason, experienced players who know how to perform under pressure can make all the difference. Campbell's presence could be the X factor that propels Green Bay past their rivals and towards another Super Bowl appearance. Now, in terms of the bigger picture, this trade could also impact the NFC landscape significantly. Campbell's addition would make the Packers a clear favorite in the NFC, especially if they can add some cornerback help with the remaining cap space. His experience and disruption ability would boost their Super Bowl odds, which currently sit at around +1, 200, up from +2, 500 before the rumors started swirling. If Green Bay pulls this off, they could become the team to beat in the NFC, challenging the likes of San Francisco and Philadelphia. It's a bold move, but one that could pay off big time, especially considering how much Campbell still has in the tank and his proven track record of making an impact. Of course, the trade isn't just about adding a player, it's about sending a message. The Packers are serious about contending again. They're willing to make bold moves, invest in experienced leadership, and push all their chips in for another run. It's reminiscent of the kind of boldness we saw when they acquired players like Julius Peppers or Clay Matthews in the past, moves that shifted the entire dynamic of the team. With Campbell, Green Bay is signaling that they're not just happy to be playoff contenders, they want to be Super Bowl champions. Looking ahead, the deadline for this trade is set for April 4th, and if the deal goes through, it will send ripples through the NFL community. The Cardinals, on their part, seem to be prioritizing draft picks and cap space over veteran stability at this point. They're probably looking at this as a rebuild, with a focus on developing their young players and acquiring assets for the future. For Campbell, a move to Green Bay could mean a last shot at a meaningful playoff run and a chance to be part of a team that's very much in win-now mode. So, what does this mean for the future of the Packers? Well, if they can integrate Campbell quickly and effectively, expect their defense to become a nightmare for opponents. It could also boost their chances in the NFC playoffs, making it more realistic to see Green Bay back in the Super Bowl conversation. Remember, this team has a solid core of young talent along with a competent quarterback in Jordan Love, who's been steadily improving. Adding a veteran like Campbell on the line complements this young core perfectly, providing leadership, experience, and disruptive skills that don't come around every day. And let's not forget the fans. The Green Bay faithful are always hungry for a Super Bowl, especially after the long drought since their last championship in 2010. The addition of Campbell might just be the piece that pushes them over the edge, reigniting hopes of a deep postseason run and another Lombardi trophy. It's the kind of move that can energize the entire franchise, from the players to the fans, and even the coaching staff. Everyone recognizes that defense wins championships, and Campbell's arrival could be the catalyst that turns Green Bay into a defensive juggernaut once again. In conclusion, if this trade becomes reality, it will mark a turning point for the Green Bay Packers. Bringing in Calais, Campbell makes all the sense in the world from a football perspective, and it aligns with their current goal of returning to the top of the NFC. It's a move that combines veteran leadership, disruptive ability, and championship experience, exactly what the Packers need to elevate their game. For the Cardinals, it's a strategic decision to rebuild and focus on the future, even if it means parting ways with a key veteran. But for Green Bay, this could be the start of a new chapter, one where they're not just contenders, but genuine Super Bowl favorites once again. Keep your eyes on this story, Packers fans, because this move could define the upcoming season and beyond. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Green Bay Packers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Green Bay Packers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you believe Campbell can be the missing piece for another Super Bowl run? How excited are you about the possibility of seeing him in green and gold? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters to us and to the team. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Green Bay Packers news. We're in an exciting period, folks, and the future looks brighter than ever. Let's keep cheering, keep believing, and let's go Pack!